Hey everybody, Heather here. So I had a request to do just a video on how I do my cloud templates, so I thought I would do that. So for that, I'm going to use my Ranger Tumble Glass Distress Ink. I've got a little finger dauber thing here. I've got a little image that I colored up that I found in my pile. I've got my cloud template that I use all the time, but when you first get yours, you can go over to the store blog, and there is a link down in the description box, and on the sidebar under helpful links there is this little template, and you just cut it out, and I cut mine down here a little bit so that it's, you know, a couple inches wide, and then just cut over here, and I just throw it in the pile and use it all the time. But you can print your own out, and I printed out on heavier cardstock so I could use it. I have my non-stick craft mat here, and this is just, I cut mine into 4 pieces so I could use it for classes, and it's perfect to bring in here to the video room. So I start with my little image, and if you want to get technical, you could take a post-it note or whatever you wanted, and you could cut your girl out, and you could put her on here like this, so you didn't have to worry about getting any ink on her. She's just got a mask now. And then you could put your little template on here and then make your clouds. That's just way too much work for me. So I wing it. I take my girl, open my ink here, and after she's all colored, I just have to go, I don't want to get any blue on these pants, or I don't want to color her face. So what I do is when I move my template around, I make sure that my cloud template covers up those areas, you know, that I don't want to get blue. And I just be careful when I'm up here next to her hair. I don't get quite so close when I'm doing, you know, right here. I just leave it out here a little bit. Okay, but that's how I do it. But if you wanted to be super careful, you can make a little template, and I didn't cut all the way around this one. If I was going to really do it, I would cut all the way around her and stick it on there. Just for time, I just cut her out quickly so I could show you. But I take my little cloud template, and I don't start down here on the bottom where the ground is. I can always fill that in later. I kind of go up, about an inch or so and start. So again, her pants are white, so I'm going to cover that up with the edge of my template. And I'm going to take my dauber and I'm going to dab it into my ink, and then I start up here on my template and I start rubbing off the edge of my cloud. And you could do the other side too. So you bring your template over here, your sponge dauber, and just wipe over here on this side. Depending how blue you want it, you may want to dip your ink again. But then I pick it up, and there I've got a nice little row of my first set of clouds. So next, when I already have a little cloud that bumps up right here, so I want to move my cloud so it's got a different feel. So I'm going to move it over like this and cover up that little bump so we go in a different direction. And then re-dab my ink, and then set down on top of my cloud, and then brush off of the edge with my sponge until I come down here and I reconnect with the blue. So then I've got another section. And then this one comes down right here, so maybe we'll add a little bump right in here. So I'm going to grab my little template, set that down on top of her like that, get some more ink, and then come up here, set down on top of my template, and wipe off the edge with my sponge dauber onto the white. And because this one already has a cloud, I'm not going to go all the way over. I'm going to stop here at the edge where my dark blue was. So there you've got a nice little section. So then over here, this one kind of goes down. So again, I'm going to add a little bump. So let's put our little bump right here next to our girl. And we're going to go off this way. And I can go down until I hit the blue, and then I stop. And I pick it up and I look at it. And actually that worked out kind of perfect because it kind of lines up with this side, and I didn't even mean that. So here it's going down and this is going down. So maybe let's put a little rise right here on this side over here. But I pick it up every time, and this one's getting close to her body, so I'm not going to get quite too close. I'm going to be really careful. And look to see what the clouds look like underneath, and then move it around. So here, this one kind of goes up. So let's give this one some right here like this. So we got a little bump in the middle. Again, we go right off the edge. And then she's got a little spot right here in between her hair. So I'm going to go really careful, go in there and just give it a little bit. And then let's do over here. And I'm not going to worry about this little section right here in between her face and her hair. You could dab it just a little bit, but I'm just using the edge so it's not touching her face. Okay, and then you got some more clouds. And then just to avoid touching her face on this side, I'm going to set my cloud down on top of her face so I don't have to worry about getting any ink on her. Okay, re-dab my ink and come up here and push that ink off the edge of my template. And we're just going to continue on. So this one goes down over here, so I want to add one over here that goes up. Okay, and then she's got a little bump right here. But I just continue that all the way up to the top. And I just keep looking, and right up here she's got hair, so I'm going to go ahead and cover up her body or her hair with my template. And I'm just going to go right along the edge until I come back down and I meet up with that blue. Then we didn't have to worry about getting any color in her hair there. And over here, let's add one that kind of goes over this way on this corner here. Fill in that space just a little bit. And I've connected with my blue, so I'm going to stop. And just like that. And you could add more up here if you wanted. I'm just going to leave that, but after you trim it, it probably won't be seen. And then down here in the bottom, if you're worried that, you want it to be blue, you could take your sponge dauber and just swirl it. I start with my sponge dauber on the edge out here on my craft mat, and then I just lightly bring it in and just give it a little bit of blue down here just so it's not looking like so white and stark. And I try not to re-dip my ink when I do that so that it's really light. But that is all there is to it, to making those fun little clouds that I have in the background of my images. Nothing too technical, just some ink and my little crusty template here, and a couple of minutes and you can have perfect clouds too. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day. Bye.